Get your no-vax hats, t-shirts, stickers, hoodies, mugs, and more on the merch website, ablmerch.com.
We have never seen anything quite like what happened at the White House today.
Today, Donald Trump irreparably destroyed the 80-year-old post-World War II international order.
An Oval Office ambush of an American ally that will reverberate all around the world.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the mainstream media reaction to the fallout that happened at the Oval Office between Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. Now, I thought the moment was great because it showed strong leadership in the Oval Office for once. Over the past 4 years, we've not had that. This dude, Zelensky, come in there wearing the sweatsuit, which I hate. I'll talk about that a little bit more later. Who come in there wearing a sweatsuit, talking about, let me get $20 billion. Let me get $100 billion. It's a level of disrespect, disdain, and disregard. You just come into asking for money without any kind of gratitude, as if you're entitled to it when you're not. The American taxpayer worked very hard to be able to help you defend your country, supposedly. And you don't even have the decency to show respect in the Oval Office. I've always hated him for that. What J.D. Vance and Donald Trump did is exactly the way that I feel. That's why I voted for them to be the president and the vice president. It's very simple. Mainstream media, of course, as I knew they would, did not react favorably, talking about, oh, this is just showing how much Trump's in the pocket of Putin. He hates Ukraine. It's destroying relationships all over the West. Before I go too far into it, let's just watch a brief recap in case you have forgotten. Then we're going to get to all the reactions. Of course, I'm going to link to every video in the box if you want to see it and hear it without my commentary. If you're an IG, visit a link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out. But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing. All right, I think we've seen.
Yeah, so that was the general tone of it. The media did not like that too much at all. Now, I just want to show you this moment right here. No need for the audio, but this is Zelensky campaigning with the governor of Pennsylvania, Shapiro, in Pennsylvania, because that was part of this. When J.D. Vance said, hey, I saw you out there with the governor of Pennsylvania. I saw you do that. And he tried to like brush him off like it was nothing. But there he is right there, signing bombs, things of this nature. Okay, there he is right there. So, no, you got caught in 4K, right? Now, this part was funny. Some dude on the internet, I don't know who this dude is. This dude's crying.
Why don't you wear?
Hey, this dude's crying about the question about Zelensky not wearing a suit, which I thought was a great question. And I'll explain after this dude sheds a few tears. Check it out.
Why don't you wear a suit? Why don't you wear a suit? You're the highest level in this country's office, and you refuse to wear a suit. Just want to see if you own a suit?
This man is fighting for his country. A sovereign nation got invaded. His people were dying. And this mother talks about him wearing a suit. I hate this country.
Bro, are we seriously crying? I hope that we're just doing some social media stuff. And you know what? I just want to say this since I'm right here. I'm going to talk about the suit and people crying on the internet. If anyone ever has a camera right in their face and they start talking and crying and then they upload that, I'm willing to bet that 99 times out of 100, it's fake. And I'm being nice. I would say it's always fake, but maybe there's some random person that might just get caught crying. But this guy right here, I'm willing to bet is just doing this for attention only. Okay, it's not really genuine. And the whole thing about the suit, because some are kind of like, why does it matter, ABL? It does matter because wearing a suit, listen, wearing a suit is a universal sign of respect. It crosses languages, cultures, religions, regions. It's a universal sign of respect. And it shows that you are a serious professional person. People in Asia, Europe, Africa, South America, North America, all over Australia, all over the whole world, they wear suits. Now, I don't want to have anybody in my comments talking about what about the Saudis? They're wearing their white robes. They've been wearing that for the past 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 years. That's cultural attire. I don't want anybody to come in here talking about Volodymyr Zelensky's little sweatsuit outfit is somehow culturally Ukrainian, okay? Please save me the nonsense. This dude was wearing pantyhose and high heels a few years ago on TV, so I don't hear nothing about the sweatsuit being his cultural attire. He put on the suit when he wants to, when he want to go shoot for magazines and whatnot with his wife. He'll put on the suit, just like John Fetterman puts on the suit for Benjamin Netanyahu, but that's a different story, and I digress. The point is that wearing a suit shows a sign of respect, and when you want to come to the White House asking American taxpayers, not just the officials, not just politicians, but the American taxpayer, because it's our money, when you want to ask us for $350 billion with some sweatpants on, it's a slap in the face and middle finger, in my humble opinion. I don't like it. I do not like it. Some say it's not that serious, but it is serious. It is. It really is. I know it ain't just me that feels that way. I'm just voicing my opinion and being 100% honest. Now, back to the whole thing about dressing. The dude was crying about that. Your TV anchors are crying about that. But the thing is, anybody can get criticized for how they dressed. The person who they say is a so-called real president, Elon Musk, got criticized for how he dresses by Donald Trump right in front of his face. Can we just go to the video? This is recent, obviously. Check it out.
With his 100 geniuses, he's got some very brilliant young people working for him that dress much worse than him, actually.
Yeah,
they dress in just T-shirts. You wouldn't know they have 180 IQ.
Wait a minute.
They dress much worse than him. Just jeans and T-shirts. Okay, so he's saying that Elon dresses bad, and he's telling them right to his face, right here. Okay?
Yeah, they dress in just T-shirts.
Right here, and Elon's laughing, ain't no big deal. You know, one thing I would say is that the American populace has become very soft over, I don't know how many years it's been, but we've become very soft. And I think a lot of that is performative for the internet, and people that are easily influenced actually believe that what they see on the internet is 100% correct. Now, let's go to some media reaction. This is going to be on CNN. We got a conservative guy. Shout out to Malik. I'm Facebook friends with him. Shout out to you, boss. He has an opinion about what's going on here. Let's check it out.
The political divide here, because it seems as if that Republicans are pretty happy what happened. Let's not make sure we don't have the revisionist history. Donald Trump was responding to a reporter's question asking about whether or not, Putin. Donald Trump responded to that. He said, next question, one more question. J.D. Vance then piggybacked off of what Donald Trump was saying, and he was talking about the importance of diplomacy. And what he specifically was saying is that negotiating with one side, which is what the United States and Europe has done this entire time, not inviting Putin to the negotiating table. J.D. Vance was talking about that's how Donald Trump views diplomacy. It was Zelensky then who then turned to J.D. Vance and said, J.D., not Vice President Vance, J.D., to ask him a question. There wasn't a reason for him to ask J.D. Vance anything. I thought that Donald Trump and J.D. Vance did exactly what they needed to do in that moment, because he was surely disrespectful and he responded to it. I thought that they did exactly what they.
Shout out to Malik, right on point. Keith Boykin right here does not like what Malik is saying. Hey, Malik, you're going off the plantation. You got to come back. Matt Master said you're doing. Matt Master said stop talking on TV like that. That's what this look right here means. that's what that means right here. Now let's get to mainstream media. Let's get to what they say. This is going to be from MS13 DNC, also known as MSNBC. All right, and of course, again, all my links will be in the box. Let's check it out.
We have never seen anything quite like what happened at the White House today.
Today, Donald Trump irreparably destroyed the 80-year-old post-World War II international order.
An Oval Office ambush of an American ally that will reverberate all around the world and stain America's image for years to come.
Nicole Wallace, I'm going to go back.
That was, to say the world.
Nicole Wallace, I hate a lot. I've not liked her since she disrespected us when we went to the White House back in 2018, 2019. She's a very condescending person, an evil person. I don't like her at all. I don't like much of the mainstream media, but Nicole Wallace has a special place in my heart for someone that I really, truly dislike.
And stain America's image for years to come.
That was, to say the least, the most contentious confrontation between world leaders perhaps we have ever seen, certainly on television.
It was a truly historic moment, not in the good way. One that I fear realigned the world order, upending the only foreign policy consensus that most living Americans and Europeans have ever known.
I've never seen anything like that in my entire life. What I saw is a complete transformation of what the United States is in the world.
Certainly was a day of shame for the United States. That clip, the footage of the Oval Office meeting is
a day of shame. It was a day of pride for me. If you think that the United States is subservient to globalist interests, and maybe it was a bad day for you, but for me, an America First person, I thought it was a great day. You can't just come into this Oval Office and disrespect the country and be expected to get this, red carpet treatment.
It's going to be shown for years to come by politicians, government officials, historians, university professors, because it very clearly captures the moment when the Trump administration sent a signal that it was ceding America's traditional global leadership role.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say we as a country have never quite seen anything like this particularly appalling spectacle before.
Now, the thing about being a global leader, you have to be a leader. You can't just allow people to do whatever they want. You have to be a leader, which means standing up for yourself, standing up for your constituents. That's what being a leader means. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Y'all let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. Isn't that part of leadership, defending those who you lead? Or when we're talking about leadership, is it about every other country that we have to lead and not our own? Shouldn't our own country come before others? So there's more, but you get the idea. They didn't like it too much at all. And I think at this point, as I close, this might be a sign. If the mainstream media is upset with it, if they don't like it, maybe somebody did something right. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your opinion about the media reaction to what happened with Zelensky and President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I loved what I saw from the president and vice president. I like it. I love it. I want more of it. Shout out Tim McGraw. Mainstream media's reaction is predictable because that's pretty much what they're going to do. They're going to be on the side of Ukraine and Israel, Taiwan, all this foreign stuff. They're not going to be in favor of things that truly help the American citizenry. That's what they have shown themselves to be over the past, I don't know how many years. It's been a consistent pattern. So I think at this point, we could pretty much say that's what they are. Whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.